It's a weird thing if you think about it, that a country that had a nuclear bomb dropped on it doesn't talk about it. And that is because this one will genuinely blow your mind. If not now, maybe later. The US has lost at least three. Oh, this is just so upsetting. List of military nuclear accidents. Hi, my name is Raghu Mandava and I'm a comedian here in Delhi. And apart from doing shows, one thing I really enjoy is a good historical fact. And history in general. History is fun. There's so much to learn from history. But we will be focusing on the first nuclear bomb. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 6th and 9th of August, I think 1945. What I really want to talk about is the aftermath of that and some of the interesting things about, well, nukes. I don't know how more people don't have sleepless nights over nuclear bombs. I really do not understand how you all are just going about your daily lives without worrying about this. Because humans have dropped it on each other before. Elon Musk is a bigger worry than a nuclear bomb. Is just weird to me. I cannot believe I am praying to a political figure at night that please just don't drop a bomb. You've seen Oppenheimer, we've seen that Japan was hit with nuclear bombs. However, have you ever wondered why Japan does not piss and moan about the nuclear bomb? How are Japan and America friends today is one of the most fascinating relationship and political comebacks of all time. I mean, 1945, you dropped 2 nuclear bombs on a country, and by the 1980s, you all are friends. What? When America and Japan signed their peace treaty, they came to a barter slash something deal where America asked Japan, hey, listen, you can't piss and moan about the bomb publicly. You just can't. And what we will do in return is that we will not vilify you about the number of atrocities you have committed. Because Japan was an imperialist nation, they also killed and tortured a lot of people. You can just quickly look this up. How many people did Japan kill in World War II? And the number is 10 million. Here's the stinky truth of it all, that America told Japan that, hey, don't talk about the bomb. Just don't. You can't talk about the bomb. You can't make media about it. You can't piss and moan about it. You can't use politics or whatever. So hence, Japan does not talk about the bomb. It's a weird thing if you think about it, that a country that had a nuclear bomb dropped on it doesn't talk about it. And that is because Japan murdered a lot of people. If you want to get really sad, you can read up about Unit 731. They conducted some crazy, insane experiments. I remember one experiment where they would tie up people and just throw grenades near them, and then they would see how much damage a grenade does on a human body at certain distances. They didn't use a test dummy. They used real human bodies. This is just one of the things that they did. Japan was working on like disease and bio weapons. The germ weapon attack consisted of corn and cloth infested with fleas. These fleas infected with cholera and the bubonic plague were airdropped over an area, blah blah blah. Rats were infested with these fleas, which moved on to human hosts. Their idea of winning the war or trying to win the war was, hey man, we're just going to drop disease on the population of cities we are attacking. Now you have an idea as to why the bomb was dropped on Japan, because it was a case of, if I don't do this first, they are going to do this. So it's just yuck all around. And this is why Japan does not talk about the bomb, because America went, hey man, you did dirty things, you killed lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people. We won't talk about that. And you don't talk about the bomb. And that's where you enter the movie Godzilla. And this movie is about the bomb. If you look at scenes from this movie, why are these people looking up at something that is really bright? How is the city burning? How is everything burning? Like, how is everything on fire? It's a lizard. How did it set fire to everything? And if you look at this image right here, this is Godzilla emerging from wherever he's emerging from. Looks pretty similar, doesn't it? Huh, doesn't it? Kind of looks like this. Look at that. Do you see the similarities? I think I do. So that's how Japan spoke about the bomb. They made a movie about it, which the Americans turned into a franchise, which again puzzles the shit out of me as to how these relationships got repaired. Blows my mind. And two cities. I don't know if you know this. This one will genuinely blow your mind. If not now, maybe later. The US has lost at least three. This is so upsetting. Why am I doing this? Why am I telling you all this? You're all happy. You're all going about your day. And here I am to ruin it. But it's true. The US has lost at least 3 nuclear bombs that they have never located. They're still out there to this day. How does this happen? Where they could be? And will we ever find them? How have you lost a nuclear bomb? It's a nuclear bomb. How have you lost it? It's not a gold chain. It's not a car. It's not even a tank. It's not even an airplane. It's a... Oh, this is just so upsetting. List of military nuclear accidents. There's a list. This is not Chernobyl and nuclear plants. This is a list of military nuclear accidents. Military. People who are in charge of weapons. They're even broken up by decade. Like, hey, by the way, we didn't have 1 or 2, alright? We had a few per decade. Okay, for those of you who may not know this, Bikini Atoll is this place where they did a lot of nuclear testing. They dropped a lot of bombs. And one of the theories out there is that SpongeBob is a cartoon based off what happened to the animals under the Bikini Atoll, which is why that city is called Bikini Bottom. Loss and recovery of nuclear materials. Nuclear test accident. The plane was lost while flying through dense clouds, and the cores and the other wreckage were never located. Nuclear weapon lost. It's like how can you be this callous with world-ending? Okay. The bomber eventually crashed at an unknown location in Canada. 4 years later, the wreckage was found and searched, but no bomb was found. What the? Non-nuclear detonation of an atom bomb. This Boeing B-29 bomber crashed. It had bombs on it. I can't believe this is all just out there. Hey, we lost it over here. Look for it, dear terrorists. Look for it. Okay, so somebody dropped a bomb somewhere by mistake. Whoopsie! Sorry, just a nuclear bomb. We give footballers shit for decades for scoring an own goal. Yet. 2 weapons jettisoned and not recovered. What does jettison mean? Throw or drop something from an aircraft or ship. US aircraft was carrying 3 nuclear bombs over the Atlantic Ocean when it experienced a loss of power. For their own safety, the crew dropped 2 nuclear bombs, which again were never recovered. We're not even done with the 50s. Nuclear co-reactor fire, nuclear bomb damaged in crash, nuclear bomb burned after B-47 aircraft accident, nuclear bomb lost. Oh my god, we're still just in the 50s. accidental criticality. This means that it almost went off. Non-nuclear detonation, accidental. Okay. Nuclear weapon on fire, limited contamination, lost nuclear weapon partially damaged, and explosion. And now we're in the 60s, and there are so many incidences in the 60s. Holy. Physical destruction of nuclear bomb, loss of nuclear material, near meltdown. Coast of Norway, poor Norway. Why did Norway have to deal with this? It's such a peaceful loss of a nuclear reactor, killing all 129 people on board. That's upsetting. Release of nuclear materials. There's another loss of a nuclear bomb. A US Navy aircraft with a B-43 nuclear bomb. Ooh, that looks nasty. On board fell off the aircraft carrier. You cannot be serious. No, I'm not reading this right. Please tell me. Fell off the aircraft carrier into water while the ship was underway from Vietnam to Yokosuka. Aircraft carrier, more like aircraft dropper. I just want to know what that crew was like when they were like just looking at this aircraft carrier and just see this plane with a nuclear bomb just go like whoop. You must have shat bricks. You must have been like, please just let this bomb not go off. There is dispute over exactly where the incidents took place. Oh, there's dispute over where it took place. On this giant globe, we don't know where exactly we dropped a civilization-ending weapon. We just don't know where it went. I like how all these bombs that have gone missing, you still have an idea of the whereabouts, and it is public information that, hey, we might have lost it here somewhere. Loss and partial recovery. Loss of nuclear reactor and 2 nuclear warheads. If I'm counting correctly, in just 2 decades, I think there have been like 6 or 7 nuclear bombs lost. Oh, we're in the 70s. In the 70s, much shorter list. Oh, we're getting better. Look at the 60s, look at the 50s. Considering this technology is new, look at all these near accidents. Somebody basically went like, hey man, can we stop losing all these bombs? It's becoming a bit of a problem. Loss of a nuclear submarine. Some submarines are not only just powered by nuclear fuel, but they also have nuclear weapons on them, because how you do it is basically submarines, very hard to detect because they stay underwater. They can also go under ice. If there's a state of war, a submarine can just pop up on your coast, fire a missile. Yeah, the world we live in. And this submarine went missing. Accidental venting of nuclear explosion. Oh yeah, so one of the things that people do is they also test bombs not just overhead but also underground. Loss and recovery of a nuclear warhead. We're getting better. In the 70s, in the late 70s, we lost 1 nuclear sub and 1 nuclear warhead. Hey, but we recovered the warhead. That's cool. We're getting better. Amazing. And in the 80s, we have nuclear missile fuel explosion. I think at this point, like, we weren't making as many nuclear bombs. Basically, everybody realized mutually assured destruction. There was one in the 90s. Okay, there was one in the 2000s. 1 incident per decade after the 70s. Just 1 incident. 80s, rather. And not really related to nuclear weapons. It's... Oh, no, sorry. I misspoke. 3rd of October 1986. Whoever's birthday this is, please stand up. Loss of 2 nuclear reactors and either 32 or 40. What? Loss of 2 nuclear reactors, okay, and either 32 or 48 warheads? Wow. One of the theories of alien encounters is that why do they keep going to America? And one of the theories out there is that because America has nukes and aliens be curious as to what are your plans with these nukes. And I hope, can't believe I'm hoping this, that some of these missing nukes were just picked up by aliens. That they went like, yo, yeah, you all can't handle this, let me take care of that for you. So there you have it. We have lost a lot of nuclear bombs. We have had a lot of nuclear mishaps. And let me make this fact a little worse for you. This mostly only covers what America has lost. It doesn't cover much of what the Soviet Union has lost. Considering how hush-hush the Soviet Union and the KGB and all those things can be, it's only a guess as to how many of them are missing. That'll be all. I mean, I had an idea of how bad things are. I did not know they were so bad. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did not. Remember to like, share and subscribe while we're around.